Good evening, guys. My name is Jesus Yanes, and today I will be talking about the law of inertia. Like I said, I'm Jesus Yanes. This is for Fundamentals of Physics, Professor Jay Murphy, and I will be talking about the law of inertia. So, what is the law of inertia? Isaac Newton published his three laws of motion, the first being the law of inertia. And what is the law of inertia? This law states that an object at rest will remain at rest until acted upon by an outside force. It also states that an object in motion will remain in motion until it acted upon by an outside force. For example, you hit the brakes in your car and you lurch forward. That is inertia in action, which I will be showing you guys three little demonstrations. I created three GIFs that I usually like to insert into my web design development, as that is my major, web design and development. So I decided to create three different GIFs that actually show you inertia in action. So here I'm going to give you three examples. The first one, it's the motorcyclist. So as you guys can see in the video here, you have the person in the motorcycle and is driving forward. As the law states, anything that is moving forward will remain there until an outside force acts upon it. So if the motorcycle were to abruptly stop, as you can see, against the wall, then the rider in motion will continue in motion, going forward in this case. The rider will likely be propelled from the motorcycle and be hurtled into the air. Once the person, or the dummy here, leaves the motorcycle, the rider becomes a projectile and continues in projectile-like motion again until an outside force acts upon it, stopping the projectile. The next example that I have here is a truck and a ladder. And again, this is very simple. You guys can see the truck going forward and it's crashing against another car, being that outside force acting against the truck. And you can see that the ladder continues going forward. So if the truck were to abruptly stop and straps were no longer functioning, then the ladder in motion will continue in motion, as you see in the video. Assuming a negligible amount of friction between the truck and the ladder, then the ladder would slide off the top of the truck and be hurled into the air. Once it leaves the roof of the truck, again, it becomes a projectile and continues in like motion until an outside force acts upon it and stops the ladder. And my last one, it's a parachuter, skydiver. So as you can see here, you have a skydiver falling from the helicopter. So as the skydiver falls, he accelerates downwards, gaining speed with each second. The increase in speed is accompanied by an increase in air resistance. As observed here in this video, the force of air resistance encounters the force of gravity. As the skydiver falls faster and faster, the amount of air resistance increases more and more until it approaches magnitude of force of gravity. As the parachute opens, which you just saw the parachute open, it increases the cross-sectional area of the falling of the skydiver, increasing the amount of air resistance which he encounters. As observed, once the parachute is open, the air resistance overwhelms the downward force of gravity. The net force and the acceleration on the falling skydiver is upward, so that air resistance is pushing against the skydiver, making the skydiver slow down until it comes to a complete stop. So the parachute is acting as that outside force that is making the parachute or the person slow down. So once again, law of inertia states that an object at rest will remain at rest until acted upon by an outside force. Also states that an object in motion will remain in motion until acted upon by an outside force. Hope you guys enjoy my presentation. Again, my name is Jesus Yanes. My bachelor is in web design and development. This is for Fundamental of Physics, Professor Jay Murphy. You guys have a good evening.